Hello everyone, welcome to Devin's Reviews. The movie I'm going to be reviewing today is Ready Player One. And in the spirit of Ready Player One, I decided I'm going to do this whole review with the VR mask. Now before I begin, I just want to say I'm very sorry about this review being extremely late. It was late for multiple reasons because I've had a kind of like crazy past 2 weeks. So the plan was to see Ready Player One on April 1st because I couldn't see it at Friday or Saturday because we were doing a Marvel movie night marathon to prep for Infinity Wars. And by the way, be on the lookout for that review. That review will be up the Friday the movie comes out. But I could not see the movie on the 1st because I messed up my back and I was in so much pain that I couldn't even leave the house. Like, I was doing the laziest stuff possible. I even did Uber Eats, y'all. Like, I was that hurt. I couldn't even leave the house. And I wasn't able to see it this past weekend because this past weekend was a Comic-Con that I've been looking forward to every year. And I'm probably going to do a review on how to prepare for a Comic-Con and what to expect. So be on the lookout for that at some time. I don't know when I'll have time because I got to really catch up on all these movies that have come out, so I'm going to try my very best to get those out as soon as possible. But now I'm back at it, and I'm going to get these reviews to you guys as quickly as I possibly can. So let's get this review for Ready Player One started, shall we? So for those of you who have never heard of Ready Player One, this movie is set in the near future where everyone spends their free time playing in this virtual reality game called the Oasis. It's basically every gamer's dream world. I'm telling you, you can be anyone or anything, and it's really awesome. The creator of this Oasis game died, and he left three keys, hidden keys that are that you have to do certain challenges to get. And if you get these three keys, you end up controlling all of his stock and controlling all of the everything in the Oasis game. And the most of the movie is just about who can get these three keys and who can basically control the game. It's really more than that, but that's all I really want to give you because I really don't want to spoil anything about this movie because this movie was freaking fantastic. So if you saw my last video, you know that I was really excited to see Ready Player One, and let me tell you guys, this movie did not let me down one bit. This movie from start to finish had me hooked. I was never bored at all. Even the parts that were not even really action-packed were still really fun to watch. Like, I'm telling you guys, this is probably my second favorite movie of the year so far, with first still being Black Panther, but please go see this movie, especially if you're a gamer, because this is basically your dream come true to be in a world like the Oasis. So obviously, since most of the movie is set in a video game world, there's going to be a lot of CGI. And I was really worried about that because I was wondering, damn, if it's a lot of CGI, sometimes that can really destroy a movie. But in this case, it really didn't. The CGI felt really real and didn't take away from the story. Everything really blended together real well, and it was just a freaking masterpiece. And by the way, if you're an Easter egg hunter and like looking for Easter eggs in movies, this movie is basically just completely flooded with Easter eggs from start to finish. You can find something in there. And for those of you who don't know what an Easter egg is, an Easter egg in movie terms is basically like this little, kind of like a little shout out from like pop culture or from something that is relevant to the story. Like, a lot of Marvel movies have Easter eggs that are shout outs from comics that the movie came from. So that's kind of like the best way I can describe an Easter egg. Not the best description, but I'm trying. Also, if you watch my past review, you know how important I believe the story is to a movie, with also the action sequences and CGI. And unlike Pacific Rim 2, this movie finds the perfect balance of action, CGI, and story. I'm telling you guys, it blended in so well together. I'm sorry, y'all, I gotta take this off, man. It's way too difficult to do this review. I feel like Stevie Wonder giving an ABC News review, and I'm telling you, I have much more respect for him because this shit is not easy. Also, I really want to point out that I know a lot of people don't want to see this movie because it's kind of like really, it's focused on a video game, but guys, even if you're not a gamer or you hate video games, this movie will have something for you. There are so many pop culture references in this movie, from movies to music to video games to celebrities to superheroes, everything. There is a pop culture reference you will catch in this movie, and I'm telling you, it doesn't even, for me, it doesn't even take away from the movie. But I know some people, like one of my friends, when he was watching it, he said that he kind of got distracted from all the pop culture references because he kind of like started to forget about the story because he was too busy Easter egg hunting. But for me, it really didn't bother me. I noticed it and still kept up with the story, and it I'm telling you you will like it. If you don't like it, I don't know. I'm sorry, but me personally, I thought this movie was freaking unbelievable. And with it being a Steven Spielberg movie, I had really high hopes, and if it was really bad, I was gonna be severely disappointed, but it wasn't. And I think this is one of Steven Spielberg's best works that he's ever done in his whole movie career. I also want to mention that, and I'm man enough to admit this, I got really emotional near the end of the movie, and I'm not gonna tell you why, but if you were to tell me that I would get emotional about a movie about a freaking video game, I wouldn't believe you. But somehow Steven Spielberg, he did it, man. I didn't, no tear came down my eye, but my eyes did get watery. And it was just a really beautiful ending to a really fantastic movie. And so you won't be disappointed. And yeah, this movie, y'all, it's definitely a must-see movie. So my final review for this movie is going to be a Ready Player One is for everyone, also known as a 9.5 out of 10. And I also want to give this movie the Devin's Choice Award, which I will only give movies that are a 9 and above. So either a 9 or a 10. And when I give movies that reward, that means that I believe every person in America or in the world should see this movie because it was just that good. So go out, see this movie. You will not be disappointed. I promise you.